anybody in the room, but let's see if I can read this. Okay. Alright, so welcome to Monday, April 6th, Poetry and Yapping, where I just read my poems that I wrote exactly 1 year ago. And we see if anybody comes in on the room or not. And we'll see if we're going to read any poems from 2022. And we are not. I don't know, these poems feel a little bit too vulnerable. So we'll move on to something else. Do we have any poems in here from April 6th? I don't think we do. The next poem is from April 8th. So we'll wait until that time. These are from 2024. Do we have any in here? Okay, here we go. Okay, here's the first poem, untitled. This one is from April 6, 2024. Ostracized, alienated, and abandoned for being too odd, too much. Cried a million tears over the same story, too stubborn to learn the tragic lessons sent from the universe. Naively believed, this one will complete me, this one will save me. It wasn't until my middle age I had a great catharsis and said, oh shit, I am enough. I let go of my damsel in distress story, wrote a new story of empowerment and love within the pages of my journal. Wrote and wrote like a mad woman until I found peace and closure from anything that traumatized me and came to the conclusion the only hero I ever needed was a woman in the mirror. Alright, I felt that one. That one's great. And this other one is from April 7th. So we won't leave that for tomorrow. Okay. What do we have in here? It's first from last year. Okay, let's see what we have. Oof. Okay, do we have anything in here? We don't have the next poem until April 8th, I believe. Yeah. Okay, so let's see what we have in here. These are the fun poems, is what I call them. Okay, April 6th. Let's start with the first quote I wrote. I don't even call this a poem. It's just a little thing that I wrote for myself. Life. My life is a working class social satire written by Almodovar and directed by Almodovar. Okay. This one is I don't know what this one is actually, but it was from NaPoWriMo Day 6 of last year. Okay. Untitled. Saliva drops from my mouth as a gentle desire overtakes me. Tacos de carne asada with onions and cilantro in front of me. He knew exactly how to start melting the jaded and bitter bitch who resides in me. He knew how to lure out the romantic in me who's terrified to start anew. And while to some it may seem like such a simple gesture, he knew that to me it meant everything. Fun fact about me, if I'm in the it rarely happens, but if I am out in the dating world, I won't eat tacos with a person unless I really care about them. Because like there can't be any weird energy. There can't be any like I don't know if I like you enough. Like, because I can't take that chance that I'm eating tacos and that person, like, something happens and I'm traumatized. You know, it's just during that meal, and then those tacos are forever like tacos or something. I don't know. It's so weird. But yeah, okay. The next one is untitled, but I think this one I call Sister Loretto. So Sister Loretto. Short gray hair, steely blue eyes, red nose, ghostly white skin, stern hands with a wooden ruler in them. Always ready to correct an unruly and wild child who talked too much, who wiggled in line or at their desk, who walked the thin line between angel and mortal. Her presence intimidated me and scared me to tears, and a godly fear of disappointing her quickly set in me at age 6. And quickly I learned to swim, found the key to never feel her wrath with silence and unconditional obedience. By blending in with the walls, with my desk, only speak when spoken to, ask permission for everything, even to breathe, become a good little soldier of the Lord, forget Spanish and leave my immigrant identity at home. It's how I survived 5 years of religious indoctrination. It's how I became an American. I love this one. Okay. Good behavior. Good behavior. The nuns and mommy stared me into obedience until I reverted in a world of silence. Until everyone praised mommy about what a good little girl I was, and no one thought much about this. Until my parents demanded answers for the rebellious streak in my teens, couldn't understand the numerous absences, the subpar performance in school, and why I sulked in my bedroom for hours on end, and the disrespect from my mouth as I stood up for myself. They wondered where their sweet little girl went. All the while, they should have looked back 6 or 7 years ago when they indoctrinated me to hold it all in, or else they wouldn't love me. Should have known that one day I'd rebel and explode as I was finding my spirit, my voice again, after it had been buried under years of good behavior. That one is tough, but it's honest. And this one is, the title of this poem first was like, Forgetting Spanish, but then I changed it to Holy Spirit, which is like, and I think the ending is different from what I had it. So Holy Spirit. My first lesson in forgetting Spanish came at age 6. That first week in first grade at Holy Spirit, when Spanish came out of my mouth and the nun screamed at me and threatened me with a ruler. I don't know what she said, but I was impacted. Learned that to be good, to be obedient, was to forget who I was, and quickly I made my brain believe English was better. English was a language needed to survive in my adopted homeland, and like a sponge, I absorbed it. Didn't lose heart when I was placed in the lowest reading group. Didn't cry when I mispronounced a word and my classmates laughed at me. I just kept on going. Understood my parents' sacrifice in coming here needed to be worth it. So much pressure on my shoulders at age 6. Instead of playing make-believe and getting lost in Disney fantasies, my priority was to learn English and become the model immigrant. These poems I think are really good, actually, because they tell a story. They're better than what's coming. Okay, so we got 2 more poems. Okay. This one is called Day 6 of Hinge. On day 6 of Hinge, I'm proud of myself for not uninstalling this app thus far. And I'm talking regularly to two nice lads, and one wonders why such a pretty girl like me would ever have a hard time finding anybody. I laugh and tell him, well, I am crazy. And while the first few days this was overwhelming, I'm finally getting a rhythm to it. Trying to weed out what's worth my time and energy and not making myself crazy. Try not taking myself or anyone too seriously, going at my own pace. I finally feel like I have enough emotional bandwidth to be strategic and not rush myself into anything just because I'm lonely. I don't know. I think it was a process I had to go through and try, and obviously I failed. So I think like with the greatest lesson in all this, and since my 15 years of meeting men on the internet, is just not to do it. Don't try to meet anybody through a chat room. Don't try to meet anybody on a dating app. I'm gonna meet somebody, it's gonna be organically. So I think that's the lesson that I learned from all this. There are other lessons I've learned as well, but yeah, no dating apps will ever be installed on my phone for the rest of my life. Okay, 94. So today I think is my grandmother's birthday. She's not here with us anymore, but she would have been 94 last year. She would be 95. But there's a debate over her birthday is today April 6th or April 9th. So anyways, 94. Abuela, today is your 94th birthday, and I still look for you in mine and Poppy's face. I still wonder how your story would have turned out if you hadn't been taken away from us at 50. I still wonder if your spirit was with me and my son on that magical day 2 years ago. I still weave parts of your story into mine since our paths were so alike. And today, I wonder if along with your goddess cleavage, I also inherited your fiery spirit and generosity. I wonder if right now you're looking down on me, confused with the life I lead, or accepting and understanding that I was made different from the women in our family. That was a really heartfelt poem. Yeah, that was just really heartfelt, and I don't know. I really wish I had known my grandmother, but oh well. I just know tidbits of her. I met her maybe a few times, and that was like around when I was 5 or 4. And I just have a few photos and a few letters and just the memories my dad and other family members can give me. But everybody says I look like her, so it's sad, but whatever, you know. Okay, well, that's it.